don't do that one because I repurposed that guitar lick for a song by Kris Kristofferson. I don't know how many of you out there know Kris Kristofferson as a songwriter. Being down south, I would hope some people know him. Well, by now probably he's not remembered as a movie. Okay, the young people out there. Does the name Kris Kristofferson mean anything to you? Okay, songwriter or movie star? Really? Rhodes Scholar. Okay, there we have the right. Yeah,
wow, great answer.
Oh, military man? Yes. Okay, we have serious, deep Kris Kristofferson knowledge out there. But we also have a Star is Born. We can have both. I'm just curious, like what the points of reference are. I mean, we can also go into the whole political side of it. I mean, the first time I saw him live, it was when he was doing his Sandinista tour after he'd been in Nicaragua. And it was this whole, I mean, Kris, one of the things about Kris was he didn't like being like the star in the room. So his band were all #1 country hit songwriters, so that he could just hang out with them as an equal. So there's this band of all Nashville #1 hit songwriters with Kris Kristofferson for going Che Guevara, and they're going presente, Ernesto Sandino presente, which was not what some of his audience expected. He had written this whole album called Third World Warrior about the Nicaraguan Revolution, and he had one song called Between the Eagle and the Bear. We're killing babies in the name of freedom, stuck between the eagle and the bear. And I asked him how that one went down in at the county fairs. And he said he did. I mean, he was doing, I mean, the thing about Kris was, you know, most people who were singing that kind of stuff were singing like where I live, Cambridge, Massachusetts. He was doing those things at county fairs all across the South. He said, well, you know, sometimes, he said, a woman came up to me, she said that line really bothered her. And I said, so does it bother you that, what is it exactly that bothers you? That we're doing it or that I'm singing about it? No, Kris was heavy. Kris was solid. This is a Kris Kristofferson song. This is the one I repurposed the Willie McTell lick from that last song for. I was running through the summer rain, just trying to catch an evening train and kill that old familiar pain weaving through my tangled brain. And when I tipped my bottle back, I ran into a cop I didn't see. That policeman said, Mr. Cool, if you ain't drunk, then you're a fool. I said, if that's against the law, tell me why I never saw a man locked in this jail of yours wasn't just as low down poor as me. Well, that's when somebody turned down the lights, and I wound up in jail to spend the night, and dream of all the wine and lovely girls in this best of all possible worlds. Well, I woke up next morning feeling like my head was gone, and like my thick old tongue was licking something sick and wrong. Said that I would sell my soul for something wet and cold in that old cell. That kindly jailer looked at me all eaten up with sympathy. Then he poured himself another beer, came and whispered in my ear, if booze was just a dime a bottle, boy, you couldn't even buy the smell. I said I knew there was something I liked about this town, but it takes more than that to bring me down, 'cause there's still a lot of wine and lovely girls in this best of all possible worlds. for me. I said it's nice to learn that everybody's so concerned about my health. And I said I won't be leaving any quicker than I can, 'cause I've had just about as much of this as I can stand. And I don't need this town of yours no more than I never needed nothing else. 'Cause there's still a lot of drinks that I ain't drunk, lots of pretty thoughts that I ain't thunk. And God, there's still so many lonely girls in this best of all possible worlds.